All right, guys, welcome to week 2 of web design. Um, as you can see on my screen, I have pretty much everything you should have been able to accomplish last week, where I have pretty much just a body of text, the HTML that it takes to create this body of text, and then I have everything sectioned off in paragraph tags. So if you look, I know yours is a list. I'm just showing you with mine. Since you guys have the Labor Day is your website for this week, I did Independence Day site for mine, and I want to show you what this actually looks like in a browser. So let me go find my file for this. Open index.html. Okay. So right now, with this code that I have, this is what it looks like. So I have the H1 file. I'm sorry, the H1 header. So the H1 element sits in here, and then different paragraphs inside, and then the H2s are all of like the background observance. And this is really just some text that I got off of, um, what was it? Off of Wikipedia, some site like that. But anyway, it was just here so that I have real text in here. No big significant part about that. All right, so that's what I was able to create based off of what we learned last week. And like I said, I got all of the elements, the header, the body, the H2 tags and P tags and stuff like that. So another thing I want to show you guys that I wasn't able to, that you didn't see last week. So one crazy thing happened while I was uh, setting this up and setting up my HTML. I accidentally deleted it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" But I had already checked it. Cool thing about that is any web page that you go on, you are able to check their site source. So you're able to see how they actually created that page. So for instance, I'm in Chrome and I'm at this web page. And so remember, all of my stuff was gone. Well, I right click and then I can either go to inspect. And then once I go to inspect, a panel will pop up and it pretty much shows you that all the tags and everything that are in that website. So really you could just copy and paste it and put it back in, which is actually what I ended up doing. So this is Chrome, and it provides a lot more stuff for you. Another thing too that we didn't talk about yet, but we will be talking about soon, is the box model. So what this is showing you is your website, pretty much like all of the margins, the border, the padding, and stuff like that inside of the website. So just eventually, play around with this. You can actually modify your HTML over here too. Like if you want to make any changes and stuff like that, you can. I'm not going to do that now, but I just want you to know that's here. So if you ever see a website, you're like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. How did they do this? This is going to give you also the CSS. So everything that it took to build that website, you'll be able to see it. So I'm going to close the panel for now, but I did want to show you that that's there. Okay, I'm going to bring my website back over here on my other monitor so you're not seeing it now, just so that we can focus on the HTML that we have in front of us. And as always, I always have my W3 Schools here because I look at this as like our textbook that we're going to go over. So this week, though, let me go ahead and bring this over here for a second. This week, we're going to go over from styles, formatting, quotations, comments, colors, and I think that's all we're going to get to this week. Next week, we go into the fun CSS and stuff like that. So let me put that back over here. But I wanted to show you that that's really what I'm looking at when I go back and forth. It's I have W3 Schools open over here to make sure that I don't miss stuff. And another thing I want to make sure you guys know is we can't hit everything. We just don't have time to do that. So that's why I tell you we're going to go through that. So if you read through everything, say from introduction to editors and everything, you're going to see there's some stuff that we didn't talk about because we really just don't. This video would be like 12 hours long, and I know you guys don't want to sit through and listen to me for 12 hours. So I want to make sure that I make it as short as possible. All right. So this week we're going to go into our style.